name's Christopher Kyle Jarvis. I'm a communications major. I'm an organizational communications major, to be specific. And today I want to talk to you guys about rethinking how you've been organized. And so we know that the world is not flat. We know that sea monsters don't envelop the oceans. And we know that, Galileo and Sir Isaac Newton and all these philosophers of their time weren't crazy. We also see that the world isn't totally like this futuristic world that, the Jetsons and everybody, that didn't happen. But I said all this, and today, if you stick with me, I want to tell you a few stories, and I want to give you a few quotations and some of my experiences, and I want to just lead you down this path, and if you'll come with me, you'll enjoy yourselves. So, first off, I'm going to read this quote to you by a man, Steve Jobs. He created the Apple iMac, which is a computer, a personal computer, which no one thought would be anything. Having a personal computer in your home was not something that people wanted or needed. So Steve Jobs said this: when you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way that it is, and that your life is to live your life inside of the world and try not to get into too much trouble, and maybe get an education and a job, and maybe make some money and have a family. But life can be a lot broader than that when you realize one simple thing. When you realize that everyone around us that has created anything, this thing that we call life, it is made up by people that are no smarter than you. People that are no smarter than you, anyone in this room, myself included. So this iMac, this personal computer that IBM was definitely not going to make. They were not going to make a computer. Steve Jobs was like, yo, I'm going to make a computer. And everybody's like, you're crazy. So this is my family. I'm going to go ahead and segue. This is my brothers. We're doing some crazy things. And I want to orient you towards your family and kind of get you thinking that way too. And this is me and my mom, my father. Some pictures of my families again. And just going on, and this is going through my life. U.S. Army, got my brothers in arms, my sisters in arms with me. There's my brother, sorry about the finger. There's also some cool weapons we got to use, some systems, some weddings that we attended, thug life. There's my nieces and their family. And I'm just trying to lead you down this path. Start thinking about your family. So, some experiences we've had together, me holding both my nieces. They're not heavy at all, they're light as can be. And I'm hoping that you're getting this expression that's on my niece's face right now. This perspective. And, remember back when you played sports, some of you played soccer, some of you have had experiences with families, and you just, all that family time. Go-kart, when grandparents had go-kart carts, that's not, that's out of the norm, I think. So now I'm giving you this impression of my family and how much they mean to me and how big of a deal it is, right? So when I was 12 years old, up to 13 and 14 years old, I had this organization called McDonald's, and it was a huge deal to me. And McDonald's was my dream job, okay? So as a kid, I wore the Halloween costume of a French fry, alright? And I was like, Mom, when I turn 15, I'm totally going to go up to McDonald's and I'm going to stick in my application and be and they're going to accept me. And so I'm 14 years old, the next day is May 20th, which is my birthday. And I'm I'm about to become 15 years old and get this job at this organization that's going to love me because they like smiling faces and they enjoy people that talk weirdly through microphones, okay? And that was going to be my job. And, and I got that job. Went in there, turned my application, and I got the job. It was awesome. Loved it. Everything I had ever anticipated of being a fry boy, a burger flipper, whatever you want to call me. So, it was awesome. And so, one day, I woke up real early. It's the summer. And it's 7 o'clock. I'm yes, this is great. I've slept in. It's not school time, so I don't have to wake up early. And I'm riding my bicycle, because that's what kids do. They don't have cars, alright? So I'm riding my bicycle, and I'm heading to work. I'm 16 now, too, so I'm getting a little older. I've been working at McDonald's for a year now. I'm about to be an executive. So Yeah, so I'm at McDonald's, I'm on my way, and I get there and I'm late. The reason I'm late is because on the way, I'm riding my bicycle, right? You know, my legs are moving, and the chain breaks. And that sucks. Because if you've ever been riding a bicycle and your chain's broken, it sucks. Because now, you don't have any power going through your legs. Now you're skipping and pushing this thing, and it's just really weird and awkward. And so, I made it to work, I'm late, I go in, and my employer's not mad at all. I'm really confused. And she tells me, go ahead and sit down in this corner. And I go sit down, I'm sitting there, and I'm waiting. And she comes up to me and she's like, hey Chris, your dad, he's been in a motorcycle accident. And I look at her. I'm like, my dad? No, that's impossible. He's fine. It can't be. And honestly, I was stunned. It took my life, this thing that I had figured out, this organization that I had figured out, this McDonald's career path, everything that I knew, just like you said, it's just gone. As soon as you see your mom fall into the soccer field, like, it just shattered your world, right? Your thinking changes. So, my dad, he made it to the hospital. He survived for 11 days and then passed away. And what I want to tell you about that is, I no longer had it figured out. You know, everything I thought I knew, I didn't know anymore. Everything had changed. Perspective changed my world. And I'm here today worried that many of you are just living a life. And I want to challenge you not to live a life, but to build one. Because the things that we build are a lot greater than the way that we can live. So build a life. So, now I've got you thinking, what is he talking about? Build a life, don't live one. What does that mean? So get this perspective change here. So we're caught up in this pre-made world. If we look back at the Steve Jobs quote at the beginning, it says, when you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way that it is. And we get this statement, it is the way that it is, and the world just is given to you, and it is. From my birth, when I was 12 years old, I thought, hey, this is the world, the way it's going to be, and I never had built anything for myself. And after McDonald's and stuff happened to me, and my father had passed away, I realized that everything I had wasn't really my own, and that it had been given to me. And that really wasn't something I was building. So I want you to shed everything you think you know about life and create a different perspective. Like Mark Zuckerberg, what he did with Facebook was crazy. Like, no one thought that Facebook would be anything. He shed what he thought he knew, created something new, Facebook, because no one knew what Facebook meant. And then he created shared meaning. He shared it with other people, and then that shared meaning was developed. Alright, so you're old. You're like 20 years old now, okay? And you know what? You're not getting any younger. Don't start over. Build from where you are. This guy's got a core. Like, his core is like chiseled. He's a chiseled old man. And you guys, yeah, you're 20 years old, but I'm not telling you to take these core values. I'm telling you to take that shared meaning and that product that you're going to create, whatever it is you do, keep your core values. Okay, where you are now in life, keep those values, add to them, build stronger. Don't be this guy, Will Ferrell. He's in this case of emotion. People are telling him what to do, and he's just all bottled up. He's had a bad day. Baxter's been kicked off the bridge. He's in the water. He's gone. And he's shattered. Come back, be successful. Ashton Kutcher, which a lot of you won't know this quote, because it's from Christopher Kutcher, who Ashton Kutcher's real name is. And he says, the sexiest thing in the entire world is being really smart, and being thoughtful, and being generous. Everything else is crap. It's just crap that people try to sell you to make you feel like less. And he made this show Punk'd. No one thought that would happen. And so, shed who you think you are and become something new and great. Keep your core values. Don't get locked in a case of emotion. And look at this picture of me. Did you really think? I did not think this is who I was going to become. An Army, airborne, Hooich soldier, infantryman. But I did. And also, along the way, take someone with you. That's my niece. It's a great picture of her. She wanted to be in this, so I put her in this. Take someone with you. So, build a life, don't live one, and take someone with you.